What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Live Healthy Stocks back with our daily Apple update video where we take a look at how Apple stock traded today, some key support and resistance levels to look out for moving into the future, and what the rest of the week could look like for Apple. And as we know, Apple broke out today, so I'm really excited to talk about that. I know that's something that, I was watching for a while now, and I'd share that with a lot of you guys. So we'll kind of talk about how that happened as well. But real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Apple are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me hit record and we'll get to Apple. So as we know, great day for Apple, right? We were up $3.67, 3.08% on the day, up a little more after hours. The NASDAQ overall was up about 1.28%. The Dow was up 199 points, which is 0.67%. And then the S&P was up $4, which is about 1.13%. So compared to all the indexes, Apple greatly outperformed, right out of the gate and stayed strong for, most of the day there. So let's take a look at, what happened. So we started the day. So I had talked about, yesterday we ended with a little bit of a pullback towards the 119 level, right? So this was yesterday. We pulled into the close. Well, between the after hours yesterday and the pre-market this morning, right, we pushed from that 119 line that we had drawn to the 121.50 line. Going to repeat this once again. If you watched me for a while, we're looking at the 117 line, 119 line, and the 121.50 line. And yesterday when it pulled back, right, it pulled to the 119 line. So I said, hey, I want to see us kind of keeping that 119 line, pushing towards that 121.50 line. And that's exactly what happened. So, as you can see, even in pre-market, we were hitting up against that 121.50 mark. Then we broke down and dropped right out of the gate, which has kind of been the pattern. A lot of times it goes on for a little bit longer. But then we reversed and we pushed up, right? So we pushed up. I was watching VWAP first, then I was watching this 121.50 mark, and then it finally broke through. And then when it came back, guess where it bounced off? Perfectly off of the 121.50 mark. And that's why, I've been talking about these three, right? We could go back to the 119, 117, and 121.50. These are the levels that the stock has really found good support, and in many cases found good resistance as well. So now that we're above it, I think 121.50 is a good line of support. Went up, came back, this time bounced off VWAP, came up, went down, didn't even touch VWAP, and then went all the way up to 123.47. And then we were kind of sideways, dropped a little back to VWAP. Nothing out of the ordinary. You guys know that I like seeing that because to me it shows relative strength. If Apple had gone straight across 123 versus going down, bouncing off VWAP and still closing 122.72, right? Now we've kind of validated VWAP. We went down there to visit it, and then we came back up. So Apple remains strong in my personal opinion, right? So now let's take a look at the daily chart and see what we see. So today was a great day again because we knocked out a lot of resistance points that we hadn't even touched in a while. So let's talk a little bit about the breakout, right? So we had this line that was sort of coming in. We had this line in the bottom coming in, and Apple, as we know, was for a while making lower high, lower low. Then we pushed up 3 great candles. Then we had a lot of consolidation happening, during which we were making lower highs every day for about 6 or 7 days. And then for the past 5 trading days now, we've made we've made higher highs and higher lows. Great pattern for any stock, right? We're not only knocking out new highs, but we're also not dropping to the levels that we did in the previous days. So great looking chart for Apple right now. The one thing though is, we knocked out a lot of resistance points, right? As you guys remember, when we were down here, we were looking at the highs of every day before, right? So the high of this day was 115.85, then it was 117.62, 118.77, 119.06. You get the point. Well, we knocked out a lot of those, right? Even down to the 10/14 high of 123.03, because we set 123.47 as the new high today. So the next immediate high comes in at 125.39, right? 125.39. after we kind of knock out this 123.47. So again, great looking chart. It'll be interesting to see if we can continue the pace at which we are pushing up, because it is a very fast pace, right? As you can see, when Apple went down, it went down over the course of like a week or two. When it went up, it went from 107s to 118 in 3 days. Something similar is happening here, where we went from 116 to 122, although not as fast. So yeah, wanted to talk about this breakout, right? As the range was getting narrower, I had mentioned that I was going to be on the watch for that breakout. Breakout happened today a little bit. We'll kind of see how that plays out for the rest of the week. So now let's take a look at, moving up or moving down, what we see for the stock moving forward, right? On the upside, what I see here, right, is, obviously we're at 122.72. The next high point to knock out is 123.47. That's the high for today. And then the next high is 125.39, set all the way back on October 13th, right? That takes us to pretty much the high that we have had since, early September, right? So after that, 125, which was here, 125.39. Then we've got the high here of 903 of 128.84. And then after that, we've got this all-time high that we set here that day. So, I'm shooting for the stock to go to 125 right now if it goes up. Now, if it goes down, we've got tons of support as well. The first and foremost being these lines that I have at 121.50, right? That should hold up as good support. 119 as a line, but we also got the low of today coming in at 120.01. So we got 121.50, 120.01, 119, as well as 117 and 113 if we see a massive drop. The moving averages, they're all the way down there at 117.52, 116.09. Again, we've got a couple levels of support before we drop there, but if we do drop to that level, that could hold up as good support as well. And then taking a look at our EMAs, which obviously are also pretty down there. Got the EMA at 118.38. Then we've got a couple more in the 117s, 116s, and 115s. So, right now for support, what I'm watching more than anything is that 121.50 level, today's low of 120, and then that 119 level. And then if we drop that, then we've got some EMAs between the 119, 117 that could hold up. And worst case, if we were to drop to it, which is about a $5.72 drop, we could see the 117 acting as good support. So that's the stock moving forward. We did see a little bit of breakout, which is really exciting to see, because I've been covering the stock for a while, and every day it was, bouncing between 117, 119 or 119, 121.50, but not really making it quite up there during these days. So it's really exciting to see it finally get up there. If you guys are in stocks, in Apple stock or in Apple option calls, today was hopefully a good day for you. But other than that, I hope you guys are all having an amazing start to your week so far. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I try to do these videos on a daily basis, and your like and subscribe really helps me out as I'm trying to grow. And comment down below what your thoughts are on the stock, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Until then, let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.